Hello and welcome to Meanwhile, back on the hobby farm. Beautiful midwinter day, 46 degrees out. The weather has been just fabulous. We had 3 Thursdays in a row where we got snow, and within 3 or 4 days it all melted, and 2 of the times they were a foot each time. 3 days later in the 50s, the snow was gone. Life is good out here in West Michigan this year. Last 2 winters, they ended the second week of January. Matter of fact, last year we had our earliest last frost date was like April 11th. I remember one year having a frost 4 days before 4th of July, on the July 1st, or the last day of June. So this has been great weather. I'm coming back from picking up some straw, my 3rd round of picking up straw in the last 6 weeks to lay down in our paddock because it is so muddy. You basically go up to your knees in mud. It is bad. So I'm going to be laying out some areas for my goats and pigs and chickens to walk on. And they're smart because when I lay it down in pads, they know this is a dry area to walk on, but the ground is just a sponge this year. It's just horrendous. But life is good on the hobby farm. All the animals are doing good. We had to put down our Rocky. Remember Rocky and Bullwinkle, the black and brown horses that we had? We had to put him down 8 days ago. He's just been having a lot of health issues, lost a lot of weight, and we had to do the humane thing and have him put down. Really kind of heartbreaking for us. So that was, other than that, all the other animals are doing good. We still have 2 living in my pallet pub out back because one almost died. The other one has got neurological damage from having mites really bad. Not getting any worse, so they're living together and they free roam during the daytime and hang out in our garden, and at nighttime they walk into the pallet pub. They got a dog kennel. I secure them in there, keep them out of harm's way with the possums and the raccoons. And other than mud, everybody is doing absolutely great. The snowmobilers are not happy this year. I think they came out the day after we had those 2 1-foot snowfalls, and then there wasn't enough on the ground. And even with that snow on the ground, look at that. The lawns are green. I mean, this is December, folks. I still have herbs growing outside. I'm trying to push it. We've only got 2 more days to New Year's. I'm gonna harvest them and say I harvest a lot of my herbs. Not a lot, but some in the month of January. Unheard of. Life is good. Look at the green up there. This is just beautiful. We're going to be in the 30s for the next 3 or 4 days, and then I think we're going to be in the 20s for a couple of days. My license plate that I have to just renewed. Didn't put it on my truck yet. And we'll be in the 20s for highs. I think we're going to be in the teens a couple of days, but then it's going to bounce back again, they said, by the 2nd week of January. So I will take a look at that. Look how green it is. You almost have to mow it again. I mean, look at that. That is just phenomenal. Look at that. Talk about green pastures in the middle of the winter. I'll take it any day. So I have 15 bales of straw right now in the back of my truck, and I'm going to lace them out in the back area for the dogs because they're bringing mud in the house, and the goats and the pigs aren't very happy. I'll show you in a minute how bad it is. Let's take a ride out here to Big Lake. This is right up the road, I don't know, 1/8 of a mile from our home. Sorry for the dirty windows. Talked to a guy at the gas station about a half hour ago. He says he had a boat. He was pulling a boat. I said, did you just buy that or are you still using it? He goes, I've been out every week this winter out on the lakes fishing. There's no ice. except on the eastern part of the state. A guy brought his grandson out fishing. The ice wasn't even an inch thick. He fell through. The grandson was able to call 911, jumped in to go get Grandpa. Grandpa unfortunately drowned, and the sad story was that guy's wife, exactly 24 hours later, somebody was giving her a ride to go get his vehicle where he had drowned, and somebody blew a stop sign and hit the vehicle she was a passenger in head on, and she died. How sad is that, folks? That's heartbreaking. Now, normally this time of the year, there's heavy-duty ice fishing going on. Ice shanties out here. Not this year, folks. Check that out. I wouldn't be surprised if there's some boats out here right now. We have a lot of boats that come by our house. Usually snowmobiles this time of the year. Nobody's here today. But we'll go out and take a little snapshot and show you what Big Lake looks like when it's not frozen in winter. The dock is in. Probably could have left that out this year. Reminds me, the guy that lives up there has got goats. I'm going to go drop them off some Christmas trees this week. Goats love Christmas trees. It's a natural dewormer. So here we are on Big Lake in Watson Township, Michigan. Very popular fishing lake. There's no beach or anything here. But I know people that live on the lake, they just jump off their boat and do what they got to do. But look at this, folks. Beautiful. Not a cloud in the sky. There's Boy Scout Island. The Boy Scouts used to camp there for decades. One weekend a year, and then they got sold, and they're no longer allowed to do any fishing there. It's a beautiful little island. It's got kind of a hill on the top of it, too. Look at that. The water's nice and clean, and I'm going to try to, show you I can't show you the house because there's too much foliage here, but look at that, huh? I wonder how cold it is. It's really not that cold. I mean, we had thin layers of ice, but I don't think it lasted more than 2 or 3 days so far this winter. So I'm all set for not having a winter. That's it. And here's the truck with the 15 bales of straw. I gotta go. I got my boots on. I'm gonna go out and lay it down in pads so my critters have something dry to walk on. You don't want the goats and the pigs to get hoof rot from all that mud. So usually I get a little bit more than that, but I think 15 will do it. I still have some that's left from last time that didn't wear down to mud. Here, we'll put this back on the thing here and squeeze it, and we'll drive the 60 seconds to the house. And then we'll show you the mud, folks. However, Mama Joanne, my wife and I, we take good care of our critters. We make sure that they are always, we take care of other people's critters. Her ex-husband's dog had surgery on its eye a week or so ago, and she just contacted me and said, do you mind if me and my daughter, which would be her ex's daughter too, if we take his dog to the vet for him? He can't take him. And I'm absolutely. I mean, animal needs tender. I don't care whose it is, exes or whatever. You do what you got to do, you know. Because the more people I meet, the more I love animals. That's my saying. So we're exiting Big Lake right now. DNR owns that landing there. My wife's father, who's been long gone, is the one that pushed to have that public landing where I walked up to and felt the water for the temperature. He's the one that pushed to have that public landing there so people could bring boats in many years ago and go fishing. Look at that. I'm still just amazed at how green everything is. I mean, so last year everything was about a month in advance when it came to harvesting. My grapes were 6 to 7 weeks early on harvesting. I got over 400 pounds of grapes. I didn't have time to make the grape jelly, or Mama Joanne didn't, so we froze them. We could still make them, but everything was so early this year, it was amazing. But nothing's, you know, the leaves are falling off the trees, obvious. But when it comes to growing stuff, people got roses that are coming back up. So I'm all for no winter. They call it global warming, but I remember this happening when I was a kid too. I don't buy into that conspiracy stuff. It's all a cycle. And you know what? If the world does eventually get too hot to live on, every planet is only scheduled to last so long before it dissolves. Look at the dinosaurs. So I'm going to cheat because I'm an old man. I'm going to turn around up here and I'm going to toss them in the areas I need them so I don't have to carry them, because I'm old and feeble and, you know, I could break a hip at my age. And here we are at the funny farm. The animals don't even want to walk on this stuff because of the mud. The pigs are in the barn. They don't want to come out. I don't blame them. That's Pickerel Lake right up here. It's a private lake, no public landing. I think there's 2 houses on it. And we'll take a ride around the block here. We'll show you what Shagnasty Lake looks. We can see Shagnasty Lake from the top of our hill on our property, but unfortunately we have no access to it. It's a private lake. I think there's about maybe 5 or 6 homes on the whole lake. Spring-fed, beautiful lake, but unfortunately we don't have any access to it. They just built this trench on the side of the road because the woodchucks keep on making dams, and I just drove by and saw that they made, somebody said they're muskrats, somebody said they were beavers, I don't know, but they keep on plugging it. They put up a grate so it wouldn't, and I just noticed, I'll stop and show you a close-up of it. They clean it out about every 3 weeks. We're going to turn around up here. There's an old gravel pit, wasn't overly harvested. It's been shut down for years. I think they ran out of ground to dig. And I will take the phone off of the holder here and show you Shagnasty Lake. You can only see it in the wintertime. Beautiful lake. Look at that, huh? Oh, I'd love to have a home on that property. Maybe if my neighbor sells cheap enough. I could have property on there someday. Okay, we're going to head back home here and unload some of this hay. Again, there's Pickerel Lake right there. Well, what you can see of it. I wonder if the swans are out there today. Usually I can see the swans from our driveway. We actually live straight ahead. The road, I call this the S-curve. We're actually straight ahead up on the hill. And I don't think we're going to be able to see any of the swans if they're out here today. Nope, they're hunkered down. We're going to go look at this drain over here. I think it's up here, the one I saw that was plugged up. That water's coming back out on the road. We're gonna pull up here so I don't get rear-ended. Oh, I think I just saw a swan out there too. Fortunately, you get people that are assholes and throw their tires out there. Yeah, no, that one. Oh, it was the other one that was plugged. The other one had a whole bunch of sticks and stuff. They put these new cone-shaped things to stop them from building dams in them, and I don't believe they do them on this side. They only do it on the south side of the road. I don't see any, there shouldn't be water in here though. So it may still be plugged, who knows. And did I see a swan out there laying down? Something's laying down in the water. Don't know what it is. That's the excitement of living out in the country, folks. You got to stop and you got to smell the roses. Whoa! Holy cow! Bet you that must have looked good. All right. Must have been the other drain that I saw. There's two of them like that. That was completely plugged up. And we're going to take the camera off for a second. Take a little snapshot of the back area here. I like to look around the property. Hey guys, are you lazy? Hey, applesauce. Applesauce. What are you doing in there? You guys sleeping? You're in the mud over there. Nobody else is up in the mud area. They don't want to be. I don't blame them, but we're going to take care of that with that straw here. Let's walk back over here on the back. I call this the back 40. Had a whole bunch of leaves dropped off this fall. Trying to fill it up. I think what we're going to do is we're going to find some concrete workers that break up large pieces of concrete driveways and stuff and see if we can get it dumped over here and then have some fill put on top of it. This is the back body. That's quite the drop over here. I can't bring my horse back over here because he'll break his legs. And I don't know if it was on the previous video or the beginning of this one, but we had to put one of our horses down 8 days ago. Rocky, still had Bullwinkle. Kind of sad. He just lost a lot of weight and he was sick. But we rescued him and he had 6 good years of life with us. He was skin and bones when we got him and we nursed him back to health. We rode him. Kids loved him, but then unfortunately he started to lose a whole bunch of weight and we tried everything we could, but unfortunately I guess it wasn't meant to be. The pond is still pretty dry. We did get 2 inches of rain yesterday, but we are in a deficit. I forget how many inches of rain. That up there on the hill, it's landlocked, except I have a bridge there that a section broke off. I got to repair in the spring. That's the back 80. This is the back 40. For those of you who've been following me for a few years, you couldn't even see back here before. It was all poison ivy, and there was probably about 50, 60 trees back here, and it's pretty well clean. The goats like to go back there and do their stuff. Where are my goats? Hey, where are my goats? Hey, where are my goats? Huh? Hey, I see you. Butch. Hey, Butch, how you doing? See Butch over there? He knows his name. How you doing, buddy? I got some straw for you guys. All right, we're going to zoom back out and come over here. Here's my chicken tractor. Somebody gave me 2 of them. I'm going to put those to use early spring and raise some meat birds. Right here was right about where we're standing right here. From here on, it was down. This was all hill. I filled it all in. Been having it filled. Okay. So what I'm gonna do, hey, what you doing, troublemaker? What are you doing with your head wrapped up on that wire? You're a pain in the butt, you know that? Hey, you're a pain in the butt, you know that? You are a pain in the butt. Yes, you are. You heard the word hay and straw, and you were thinking it was hay, right? We're gonna put this camera back up here for a second and kind of throw some hay out. Boy. All right. The old man is back in the truck. A lot easier throwing the hay out, driving up, put it four-wheel drive, than trying to carry it all the way through that mud in there. Put it on pause. Right, I got the hay for the farm animals laid out. Now I saved 4 for over here because right here it's not too bad, but as I get down there it's getting kind of muddy, so we're going to throw some more hay down here. This one held up, not hay, straw. It held up a lot better than it did out in the pasture, but those pigs can really tear things up. Hey, wanted to show you folks right over here. Check this out. I'm going to harvest this in a couple of days. That is apple mint. You may say, is it really worth it? Yeah, it actually is, because that's probably about 10 cups of tea right there. Got some lemon balm over here. That is, oh, what is that? I should know what that is by heart, and I can't remember the name of it. I got my sage over here. Looks like I can harvest a little bit of that. I got some yarrow. Look at the horehound. I'm going to cut some of that horehound up. What do you think, guys? Hey, I threw you over a bale of hay out this morning, didn't I? Didn't I throw a bale of hay out here earlier this morning for you guys? Am I losing it? I know I picked up a bale. What did I do with that bale, guys? That's straw. That's straw. One of these. That's straw. I know I'm not losing it. I know I picked one up earlier and brought it home. Maybe this is it. That might be it. No, it's not. Doesn't have the green thread. Hey guys, I know I brought you back one earlier. I don't know what I did with it. Look at this mud, folks. We're going to show you how bad it is, okay? Look at this. It's just mud. How could you walk in this stuff? These animals are smart. I'm just making all the way down toward the hill, and all the way here is going to be redone over. Hey, that's about it. Hey guys, I'm going to go find your hay for you. I don't know what I did with it, but it's somewhere. How you doing, guys? Have a good day. Bye.